Look. Well, who first one on?
Uncle Jake.
Uncle Jake. Howdy. I hit puberty just then. We are live on Toke Talk, episode 6, up here at the Smoky Bear Hemp Company and Music Holler. Y'all see what I got myself into? We got the wild man Ken Tribble in the house. In the house.
Not as wild as I used to be.
No, just your britches are a little bit wild.
Yeah, that's about it.
I think these are the same pants I've seen you in the last 5 times I've seen you.
I've got 2 pairs of sweatpants right now that I wear constantly.
Hey.
I ripped 3 pairs of jeans, so I got to lose a little weight before I wear jeans again.
Hey, we've run out of laundry, so we've run out of everything because I've went on protest, so I feel you on that. But we got it. Like I said, they had the heat on. I don't know why, because we over here just sweating. So y'all just going.
The heat's definitely on.
Yeah. So we're rethinking ourselves, getting a better life, so we don't go to hell, aren't we?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you ma'am me? Oh, ma'am me. All right. So we got the strain of the week. Now Jeff walked over here and said it in my ear as he handed it to me, thinking I was going to remember that. And now he's laughing at me. He said it right. I was like, oh, okay. Jeff, what we got?
Gorilla Glue 4.
Gorilla Glue 4. I do remember this much. It was 22%. Hey, Mr. Turner, like and share. Yes, like and share. Share. You ready to fire this here up?
I've never partaken in anything like this in my life, so this will be interesting.
Well, I've heard I've been a bad influence.
I've never even vaped before.
I'll drive you off the side of the cliff if you want.
I've never even had trans fat before.
Trans fat, okay.
Or other stuff like that. So here we go for the first time ever.
We're just got diabetes.
Where do the bubbles come out of?
The bubbles? Yeah, you just suck as hard as you can.
Now that I know how to do.
Good night, baby Jesus, y'all.
Gosh, eh?
I did hit the button that this was not suitable for children. And you have to prove your age. I call it my Sherlock Bones.
I've been at work in the case all night.
Why
I put Watson on it, I don't know. He was the worst cop on the force.
On the whole force?
Yes.
You're about to lay down.
All right, I'm good.
This is what Toke Talk's supposed to be right here. Thank you for finally being the first one that's going to do what we were supposed to do in the first place. Do you ever see the TV? You my library, yo thief. The Netflix show? Is it Disjointed? Dank and Debbie.
No.
You've missed out on a whole lot in life. We'll binge it after this tonight.
All right.
Yeah, it's only like 2 seasons, so it won't take long. But so I'll be Debbie and you can be Dank today.
All right.
That's gonna be bad. Y'all don't forget we got Reggie over here. This is from one of our sponsors over at the Bowling Springs Vape and Tobacco. I have to go see them. They give us Reggie, and or they don't give it. We're one of our sponsors is buying Reggie, and then they give me my Sherlock Bones, my pretty little lighter. Got to go over and see them. Also, we are being fed again today by the Village Food Truck Park out of Fletcher, North Carolina, Mr. Sonny Carter. And we have a whole bunch of chicken wings, and we're probably going to get the munchies here in a little bit. And it's probably not going to be pretty. And it's going to be okay. You can talk. You talk all the time.
You're doing your spill. I don't want to.
It don't matter. I'll spill in the middle of everything.
You got to do all your likes, describe, follow, thinks this guy, thinks that guy.
I pop that all in.
I'm just waiting for you to get
every
done.
Single time.
I'm waiting for you to shut up so I can talk.
Now, would anybody like to add in when they've ever seen that happen? Okay. So now that my spiels are done.
Yes.
And I mean, commentary, is okay, every now and then. We're going to dive deep because we made a promise to Mama Sheila that we're going to get some things out of the way first before we have teetotal fun.
Right. So we're going to talk about insurance crisis.
Yes, I want to talk about the insurance crisis. And I know a lot of people have got a lot of questions. It is confusing because people are not posting facts. So it can get confusing.
Well, it's very confusing because sometimes people don't post facts, but sometimes people don't read.
Yeah, that too.
They don't read, or they see the videos more than a minute long, and then they just wait until they see me and they're about to leave at like midnight, and they're like, "So let me ask you about the insurance crisis."
Yeah.
And they're not going to remember a thing I talked about. So, yeah, it is very confusing, but it's more than just a venue crisis. I know we say that, but that was because that's what we come from. And
Yeah, that's our
people,
background.
So that was our push. But it after being involved in it, it's definitely all small businesses in South Carolina are affected by the insurance, because actually I think everybody just saw on Facebook, everybody was bitching because car insurance just went up. So that's going back up. There's housing insurance issues down at the beach. There's small business insurance, and each one had different reasons why they're going up. But for us, it's a lot of it's lawsuits, frivolous lawsuits, lawsuits that aren't fair. One of the biggest things that can help that is it's Senate Bill 533, S 533. It's based on percentage of fault, which they just did in the Republican primary, like a week or two ago. There was a option on there to vote. Basically, is a business, or should an individual or business be responsible for just their percentage of fault versus the entire thing?
Yeah.
So basically, for example, if I could get sued and only be 1% guilty and have to pay for the entire payout. However, but then you take like the government, like the military, who completely screwed my back and was 100% guilty and didn't pay for 1% of it. Yeah. So it's pretty fair balance they've got going on there. But that's a good example of it. But yeah, so I mean, you can, I guess for people to understand, you can go to 6 bars and drink at every single one of them, have a beer each one, but the one you went to at noon, and when you wreck it at 2 a.m., the one that you went to at noon can be sued for the same amount that the other can be sued for. That's what we're looking for, is balance. It's not about true victims not getting what they deserve. It's not about any of that. It's about making sure that businesses aren't held liable for something they're not responsible for. That's the biggest issue is people drink in their cars. They drink and none of that's been brought up in all this from the Senate side of things. And
I shared a story about that the other week where a friend of ours that owns a bar in Walls, which we all have to, being a bartender myself, we all clean. We're gonna have it. That's part of the thing. But I don't mind picking up something that we sold and made money.
It's one thing if somebody's outside and they chucked it, whatever, shit happens. People leave stuff laying around. But everything I pick up outside is Coors cans. I don't sell Coors cans. I got them in bottles, mini bottles. None of us sell mini bottles, stuff like that. And then I can serve somebody one drink and then they leave and wreck 2 hours later or however long later after chugging a fifth in their car, and that's not taken into account for. Yeah. And that is unfair, but it goes all the way over into the construction side of things. They've got where, one plumber does all the plumbing in like one of those new Ryan Homes areas or something. And there's one thing wrong in one house, they can let class action lawsuit for the entire neighborhood because of an issue in one house. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But it's not to point fingers or anything, but if you follow the trails, a lot of our politicians and leaders also work in the trial side of things, suing people. So I think there should be a look at fair and balanced passing laws and not have special interests. Yeah. So
most definitely.
But we've
too many hands in a cookie jar enough as is.
Yeah, we've only got, I think we're at it's either 9 or 10 weeks left of the session. And once you say it like that, people May sounds a long way off, but when you say 9 weeks, that's only like a little over 2 months left. Yeah. And
Christmas just happened, and here we are about to hit mid-March.
Yeah, and if they don't fix something, we posted a rally. Our team has worked very hard, especially we always like to point out Sheila Merck has really helped push this whole thing across the state. She's a marketing monster that I can begin to contend with.
If she sets her sights on something, you might want it.
Yeah.
She will bulldoze you over.
That's why I'm sitting here with my hands folded right now, making sure I'm behaving myself. But her and Ashton and Lauren, everybody involved, everybody came to the rally, the first one too, the one that we had to cancel because of the rain. But
I always called y'all the band of misfits. But y'all have done a lot.
I mean, it's wore us out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very tired. I got to the point I don't even listen to music when I drive around anymore. Yeah. I'm very burnt out right now, but we're gonna see it through to the end. So yeah.
But it's burning out because you're having to keep repeating yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm burnt out to the point I'm like, you know, not that way, but it's like, it's just, yeah, it feels like you're just spinning wheels
Yeah.
talking to people. And a lot of it's,
Nobody's
a lot of it's stuff they can educate themselves on. Like Sheila built an amazing website that has every single drop of possible information you could possibly want on there. And people like, or, you know, we make a video and it's like, well, did you watch the video? Well, I mean, I saw it, but I was just figured I'd just ask you. Well, that's what the fucking video's for. So that's me telling you in the video, and that way I don't have to talk to you in person. But no, I mean, I appreciate when people do take interest. I'm not discouraging anyone from asking about it, but it's ask yourself, are you putting forth the effort?
Yeah, exactly.
You
Do you really care?
Yeah.
If you really care, then
We have put forth the effort.
And we've laid it out for you.
Yes.
So all you have to do is read.
Because also you need to educate yourself in case somebody asks you about it. And I'm not there to, you know, or Ashley's not nearby, or Sheila, or you, or somebody that knows about it is not nearby to help you. You need to be able to put out proper information.
Yeah, most definitely. And I'm glad it's been all y'all, you know, and that's what we kind of talk about as saying the venue crisis, because, you know, I thank you. I know a lot of other musicians and a lot of other people want to thank y'all because y'all were the first ones that stepped up and took it upon yourselves to actually fight.
I will admit that a $40,000 raise in insurance did give me a bit of a sticker shock. It got me moving just a hair.
It's like, you know,
I was in Kentucky when I got that phone call, and I was like,
it's like when Forrest got shot in the butt. He still ran out of the forest with Bubba on his back.
Yeah, I had to pull over on the side of the road. When I got that phone call, I couldn't even drive. I just had to pull over. I was like, what? But yeah, that started the whole thing. But I think it helped that me and Sheila and Ashton just worked together in the infamous music awards show.
Yeah.
I called them up.
Fun times.
I called them up, and they jumped on board, and it took a while. Like, we kind of figured out what we were doing and what needed to be done, and here we are. But I just tell everybody, it's election year, and these guys know it. Keep hounding them.
Yep.
Do not let any of the
Make the phone
bills
calls.
and stuff. We need lawsuit reform and tort reform in South Carolina. You can put any other bill out there, but until we get until we stop people from being able to sue for sport, basically. Like,
McDonald's made me fat.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Can felons vote and make their voices known about it too?
Can felons vote? That's a totally different subject. So I would not yet tackle that.
I don't know on
So
that.
you're gonna
I'm
have
a
to.
law-abiding citizen.
I would ask your probation officer. Yes, ask him on the 8th when you see him.
I'm done.
Any other questions on probation? Anybody got? Voter restoration.
You didn't know it was Q&A.
Voter restoration, anything like that?
No. If you can't be known where you are, probably not.
But yeah, that's the gist of it. Just keep sharing and keep hounding your senators. There on our website. There is a link where you go and you type in your zip code, and it will pull up all your reps.
Yep.
And you can find their emails there, and you can send them an email. You can send them the same email. You can send it every single day. Last time I sent one to my reps, I still haven't heard, and it's been the last time I sent one was a couple months ago. I still haven't heard back from them, but they are aware of it. But the fact that you just keep letting them know, their constituents, as they call them.
Oh yeah, because that email's going to keep that number of unread emails going to keep rising for them.
Well, and they also keep track of what issues they get emails about. Yep. So it's definitely out there. It's definitely we set out to make noise.
Squeaky wheel gets to grease.
We set out to make noise, and I think we did just that. So I feel like regardless of where it goes from
Don't stop now.
I feel like we have done what we set out to do, but obviously we want real change. So, but it's going to take the fact that 87% of Republican voters in the primary voted for that change. That's almost 90% of just Republicans. That alone should tell our legislators what we want. They're there literally to do what we tell them.
That is
what we
awesome.
want. They're there to vote. They represent us. So if they vote against us, they're not representing us. That's 90% across the entire state. So that's very clear what the people want.
That is amazing.
So, it shouldn't even be a comment. It shouldn't even have to be a question. Should you only be able to get sued for what you're responsible for? Yeah. Like but it is what it is. But this is where we're at, and we want change. So we don't want to end up in where Alabama.
So give us the website. So
fcvenuecrisis.org.
.org. Go there. Type in your zip code. Well, look, he's got that much.
No, I'm sitting here looking at you. We'll try.
But y'all go and send emails, schedule your email. And this is the home stretch. What'd you say, 8 to 10 weeks? So we got about 9 weeks left, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is home stretch. So I know your legs is tired, but don't give up now, because these last weeks can make a difference too. And there's a lot of people counting on it. So
Yes, it is
there's a
absolutely a home stretch.
Mothra in here.
It is definitely a home stretch. And if they keep delaying, it's a 2-year session. This is the second year of a 2-year session. Everything's going to reset for next year. So we really cannot let them distract us from the real issue at hand, and got to get it pushed through. So, or you've already seen enough places close. There's going to be a whole other slew of them coming.
Yeah. It's waves upon waves. And it's not just bars. It's restaurants. It's
last thing I'll say on that is, in the past 4 weeks, insurance companies, a bunch more have left the state, and some have sent out cancellation orders, not even letting them finish their time. They're just, we're done out. And the one I'm with, they're actually not taking any new customers. They've kept us so far, those of us that have them, but they're not taking anybody else that isn't less than 30%. So, yes. So
it's sad. It is very sad. It is very sad. I mean, that's why I said on the last show that we're just gonna have a bunch of musicians hanging out with each other, and I don't know if that's a good thing every single day. Like to kill each other, playing music.
Do we have napkins in here?
No, you think I got?
You think I wipe?
Do you think I got class?
Look at this.
Look, do you think I got class?
That's another week off your probation. Thank you.
I'm telling you right now, he's asking for napkins.
Yeah,
I got napkins.
Yeah,
They're embroidered.
yeah. I'm not a heathen.
I'm
not a savage. I'm a very dignified.
I didn't bring the chicken, so I didn't bring the napkins.
All right.
Anyways, let's get on. Next subject. Let's talk about your bar.
Yes, Tribble's bar.
Where you at?
Piedmont.
Piedmont.
That's kind of like everybody here is like 96, Walhalla, Pelzer, places like that. And where the fuck is that?
It's a ride.
But Piedmont's only like 15 minutes from downtown Greenville.
Yeah, it's not.
People don't realize you can be from my bar to the Bilo Center in about 15 to 16 minutes.
It'll always be Bilo Center.
It will. It's the Bilo Center.
So give us a broad generalization
of the business
of walking in the bar.
It's
what
to
expect.
It's the church of rock and roll. Well, actually, you never know what to expect walking.
I really don't.
In the past couple of months, we've had. I mean, you can always see a wild animal there. A lot of animal rescue goes on around there. So we've had everything from baby skunks to foxes to people dropping puppies off in the middle of a drag show because they were abandoned. Not the drag queens, the puppies were abandoned. We've had the Equinox shows where it's a bunch of dominatrices spanking people, and we've done metal shows.
I've never been invited to half of this.
What do you mean invited? It's a public bar. You can
I know, but
I hate when people say that. Like, why wasn't I invited? It's a fucking public domain. You can just walk in anytime.
You expect me to look up everybody's bar? Like, I thought it was friends. We did friend checkup. Hey, this week I got this.
Y'all never see my posts.
I never look at nobody's.
Okay, well, that's why you haven't been
Thank you. I know.
You just answered your own question.
I don't look at you.
Why was I not invited? Well, I don't look at any of it. Okay,
no,
well,
but
there you
got
go.
my phone number. You can just holler.
All right, I'll start
I'll bring chicken.
I'll start sending you the schedule.
You better.
We got some cool shows coming up there.
Yep.
You remember Green Jello?
Yes.
They're coming April 12th.
April 12th.
Yeah, if you don't know who they are, it's the band that sang the Little Pig, let me in. Yeah. On the hair of my chinny chin chin. Yes, they will be at Tribble. We had
It's April 12th.
Yes, April 12th. Got a kick-ass Kiss tribute coming up. They've been around since the 80s, Kiss Army.
Cool.
They do the full makeup. It's pretty cool. Just had a drag show last weekend. I know some people get upset by that, but it's pretty awesome.
I don't care.
It's a blast. Well, I don't care if people get upset by it either.
Sometimes
I do it so people will get upset by it.
Yeah. It's one thing I was trying to tell my daughter today. One good thing is you're never going to have to answer for me, and I'm never going to have to answer for you.
You know, it's funny because on Facebook, a lot of times the drag shows and just different stuff we do, people are like, well, I ain't coming to that. I ain't doing that. But people realize ever since we started doing that, people say that. in the last 3 years, I don't think we've had a fist fight in 3 years.
Yeah.
So we haven't had a big incident in 3 years of anything. And I realize it's because of the people that don't come there.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
they're like, oh, well,
Well,
you
good, they
don't
put
do this, you
themselves in
support
time
this.
out.
And
Yeah,
then
but
they're like,
shut
well,
the
hey,
time.
I ain't going to come there. Guess what? We don't have any issues. Can't imagine why.
Hey, don't hurt my
Can't
feelings
imagine
when
why.
we have good nights. You know, don't hurt my feelings at all.
But yeah, it's a fun place.
Got anything
It's
this
very,
weekend?
I'm going out of town this weekend. I'm gonna go. Me and Betty are gonna get out of town because I've had a very rough beginning of the year, and we've experienced some loss. We've had rallies, all kinds of stuff. So I just need to get out.
Yeah.
But we do have Jimmy Crane karaoke, which you know Jimmy Crane.
He's a hot man.
That's who you need to have in here one night,
I know.
Jimmy Crane. Because
I'll
you
be
don't know-
sitting upside down in my chair.
if you don't know who Jimmy Crane is, just look him up. He's our karaoke guy.
No, you need to go to Tribble.
That's
What you need to do.
That's what I mean. Look
Go.
him up at Tribbles. Just get over to Tribbles.
Yeah, just go.
Meet the guy. He's the most insane karaoke man you ever meet in your life. You just laugh the entire time you're talking to him.
That's everybody there though. And I was showing my daughter. Go, yeah, thank you. And here's my life. So I was showing my daughter your original picture that I cropped you out of. I said, well, I cropped it out. And she goes, why? And I was like, well, let me show you in the background. And when she seen the toilets in the background, I mean, she just busted out laughing. But then I told her, I said, that's where you went and learned to shoot. She learned to shoot pool at your bar.
Really?
Yeah. What was the Gary Allen's benefit
Oh, okay.
last year. And I asked you, because it was a Sunday, could we bring the kids?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, of course. That's how they're always welcome. And she learned to shoot pool. And so for Christmas, one of the people that she met at your bar fell in love with her, and they've kept up with me on Facebook, brought us a pool stick
Oh,
for
that's
her
awesome.
for Christmas, and she flipped out. But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
she learned how to do that there.
We've got you have to bring them back sometime. We got air hockey and a bunch of we got that side open now. We got air hockey. We've got
Is it like Chuck E. Cheese? Can we do the stamp and I
They
leave?
start to.
I'm just
They'll be
kidding.
like, which kid's yours? Like, I ain't picking one out yet.
Yeah, exactly. Just oh, you'll know which
It was a
one's
joke,
mine.
everyone. Calm
The
down.
other redhead making sarcastic remarks.
That's
Yeah.
why we don't do stamps because you can just literally go.
Oh yeah.
Because that's why we wristband people.
Here, you can
People
have me now.
Yeah, they're like, all right, well, you're old enough now. Yeah, that trick got learned real quick when we were young.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the thing I love most about it though is the sense of community, the family of the people that come there, the musicians.
And the diversity of it all. From an outsider, I would hate for a Baptist, a deep threaded Baptist old woman.
I was raised Baptist.
Well, I know. I was raised Pentecostal.
I was raised a deep old Baptist woman.
I know, but one of them that would see, when they see a biker, they're like, oh my goodness. I would love for them to walk in your bar because they'd be scared to death. And y'all a bunch of weird. I even told my
Where
kids.
did I ask this at? And is this what that goes
Yep.
for? Okay.
I tell my kids, I'm like, just don't pay these people no attention. And now it's like, the weirder the people, the safer my kids feel.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that is how it is. The people that judge the most and the most yuppiest among us. I think the Lord said,
Judge
they who are the most yuppiest shall not enter the kingdom of heaven.
He didn't say all
I'm
that.
pretty
He
sure he said
didn't
that.
say that.
I was
He did
Baptist.
say.
I know he said that.
He did say, "Judge not, lest you be judged." So that's the one I hang on.
Did he actually say that?
He
or
did.
people
That
just-
is
people just say
biblical.
that he said that.
That is biblical.
Is it?
Yes, that is.
What part of the
Man,
what part of the
give me
Bible
your
is it?
phone.
What part of the Bible is it? Hold on.
Judge not. We about to have a quiz. Judge not, lest ye be judged. Anybody want to tell me?
You know who actually said that?
Jesus.
Nope.
It's in the Bible.
Judge Judy.
No, it's not. He's lying.
Judge Judy said that.
He
She
did.
said that.
It might, but it's also in the Bible. I'm about to whoop him on stage.
It's in the Bible, I swear.
It's what my daddy used to scream at.
All right, I'm gonna
So-
try to eat some chicken here.
Explain to me what made you decide, because I know you do have a military background and all that, but what made you decide after all that to get it, the music scene and bar scene and putting two and two together?
That's a good question. Very good question. Did you write that down?
I did.
Okay.
I write storyboards every week. Thank you very much.
No, it's I grew up going to the local music scene. Like I said, I went to Bob Jones. My dad was a Baptist preacher, and I grew up. Ow, long ass hair. So yeah, I grew up, and I would tell my parents I was at church, and I would actually be at Ground Zero at like 15 years old on Wednesday night watching Juggernaut play, and the mighty Juggernaut. And I mean, they had that song called "Driven Like Nails," so that was kind of Christian.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, okay.
but anyways, you know, I moved around a lot. Did a little stint in the Army and moved around and did some other stuff, and then moved back down here. And I was running an airsoft place in Anderson called Battle Cats. And then a guy I knew that was in the Army with me had a bar for sale, and it was a pretty rough place. It was pretty violent at the time.
Yeah.
And we took over and started laying the law down. We do a lot of law laying, and then it just kind of rolled into what it is because I started working with Gary and doing. We did like one original show a month, then it went to 2, then it went to 3, and then next thing you know, some of the agents are reaching out, and it just kind of evolved. And I was learning it as I went. Sometimes I'd get emails from agents, and I'd be Googling what in the hell I'm looking like.
Yeah.
They use a term, and I'm like over here like, oh yeah, I know what that means.
Yeah. Learn
But,
as you go. Don't worry.
But, I mean, I had some help along the way. Had a lot of people who knew people and did stuff, and we all
That's hot.
kind of got to where we are, and just kind of evolved, I guess. I guess I didn't expect it to be what it was today when I first started.
Yeah.
But
You had no idea
I
that.
also wouldn't recognize the place we had then where it is now. They're two different places involved. But I'm glad I've done it. The sense of community is pretty awesome. So I wouldn't trade it for anything, except maybe a cheaper insurance policy.
Yeah. Look, Jason Fricks is hollering at you.
I can't read it. What's he saying?
No, don't worry, I'll say it. He says, hey, and then there's a raccoon. And
We're gonna share that live here in a little bit.
no, we're not.
Raccoon,
We are not. I don't pay enough fines for that. No. Our sponsors ain't gonna handle all that finance. And Jake Simmons, hey, you monkey, no seat, he said. Monkey, no seat. Exactly, because we can't share that at all. And Mr. Turner said, like a cheer. Oh, I never read that. Huh? And there was a message removed, but I seen it, and it was an eggplant. I seen it.
Okay.
That was Fricks. He said, hey. He said, hey. Quit stealing my life.
Fricks is the only person I know to get like banned from Facebook Messenger for like 3 days at a time.
No joke. I've never done that.
He'll text me and be like, I'm booted again.
Like, dang. So, like, there'll be something.
Don't open messages from Jason Fricks or Robert Durr.
Oh, no. I enjoy
Or Jimmy Harper.
So,
Or me,
I've
or
learned.
me.
I've learned. So we'll be riding down the road, and I'll watch reels, and I'll be scrolling, and it'll be just something nasty and dirty, and I go, oh my god, I got to share that with Tribble and Fruit. Like that's the first ones that I go to. I'm like,
I'm glad.
you appreciate it.
I'm glad that's what I'm known for.
Yeah, but
Man, I just watched something
That's all-
disgusting. I should message Tribble.
yes, I should. Like,
Not-
hey, how you doing?
I
Heard
saw
from you.
something really educational, or I saw something really nice. It's
You
like,
wouldn't have
no,
appreciate that as much.
You're right. I wouldn't have.
Thank you.
I enjoy shock value.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Apparently, so did that. And nice lady. Y'all all shocked.
Oh man.
Freaks is still on.
So how about you? What made you decide to do this? I'm
Well,
gonna interview you.
I don't care. I hate you right now. But okay.
Tell me what made you decide you want to do this?
So I came off the road in September. I got word that they thought my daughter had a brain tumor, and come to find out, after testing, it's something that it's not curable that she has, but it can be completely maintained. So there's a lot of follow-ups. We have 9 specialists that we're currently having to visit. So this is why when I say I'm tired, we're running with that child. And so I just wasn't ready to go back out because we wanted to get kind of settled with her for a little bit. And I was like, but I still wanted to hang out with everybody and still wanted to, and Jeff hadn't been long open here, him and Jackie. And they had started doing the open mic nights. And I was like, so I called him. I was like, dude, if just this is my idea. Can I use your spot on a different night of the week? I said, really, just get me out of the house. I said, because sometimes the four walls do closing it. And I said, dude, if I have something to look forward to. And so now I work on this all week. So it's, it's helped me stay in a good place.
Well, that's good.
And then I'm still home and get to spend time with the kids. And so you wasn't expecting that, was you?
No, just talking to you. Talking to you is like talking to a turnip. It's like, hey, y'all.
Hi, Pumpkin.
Hey.
I'll just yell
That's a
at
good
you.
story. Thank you for telling me that story.
Shut up.
I wrote that question down earlier to ask you. Reverse interview. I brought my
Get back on track, Linda.
my reverse card.
Get back on track.
All right, let's get on track.
So, good sounding car. So, the image. Do you have an actual image for the future of Tribbles? Do you?
That's a great question right now.
Now I know it's all based upon all this. Also,
It really is everything we're planning on. Like me, I'm not the only person having to think this way, but it's to the point now where you got to start thinking about: am I going to get renewed? Am I going to hit like this month when I got to?
So
renew?
it's still kind of you're in the middle, like you're
Yeah,
daydreaming
like-
some days of future, like
I've got like plans for
Yeah.
stuff that I want to get done, and like, oh, we should add this. But I'm like, do I want to spend this money right now? Because I may need to put it to something else.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a scary place to be. I feel for anybody in these shoes because it keeps you awake at night a lot. And just
That's your livelihood.
day
And
day
that's
to
a lot
day.
of other people's livelihood.
Yeah, and I mean that's all we've done for 8 years. So that's I know there are people who've been doing this way
Has it
longer
been
than me.
that long there?
8 years.
God, we're getting old.
Yeah. But I know there's people who've been doing it way longer than me, and I can't imagine.
And me, yeah.
I can't imagine them, having to hang it up and
Bless it, yeah.
and then what else do you go into? Because this is what we know, service industry. So once you get comfortable in the service industry, it's real hard to get out of it.
Yeah.
Real hard to get out. You gotta start thinking about like having weekends off and holidays off if you're not in the service industry.
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know how to handle that.
Yeah, what's a
I don't know
day
what
off?
I don't know what a holiday is.
Well, what kind of when you work for yourself? What is day off? Yeah.
No, you can I always said you can either keep clocking in for somebody else and work for the weekend, or you can work for yourself and never have to worry about having a weekend again.
Yeah, never. That's what my kids, they're like, but Mom, I'm like. So when we did play music, every weekend, we would kind of turn some weekends into the vacations. Like we played over at Garden City Pier and stuff like that. And we tagged the kids along, and then this is how we got babysitting for free. We'd call a friend and go, hey, we'll pay for your trip and a place to stay, because it was going to be with us anyway.
And then you just leave the kids with them?
Yeah. Every time. Here's $20 and leave.
I would just leave my kids at
Well, now they're older
McDonald's and pull the balls and then come back.
They don't have balls anymore.
I think
They got rid of
those.
They got rid of those. They got rid of those. Long time ago.
They did. If you think back at those, though, the
are
pull balls, they're
gross.
so gross.
They let us play.
All
in
of
there.
the smell. I can still smell those playgrounds.
And they were like black smudges on some. Like, what was
I know,
that?
just from years of kids just.
Like, what is this? Is this
And then we'd come
is
and
this
eat.
food?
We'd run down and eat food and not wash our hands after
Nobody.
climbing it. We're just like, ah.
Nobody. It's like, and they're like, oh, please remove your shoes. Yes, because
Yeah,
let's
the
make it
shoes.
even more nasty.
I know, yeah, because then you just got dirty socks.
Yeah, and put it back in my shoes to take in my house.
Oh,
Thank you,
man.
Mickey D's.
Those were good times though. And then we had the
Hey, we
slides.
have something called an immune system.
Yeah,
We did.
that's why I wasn't really that worried about COVID. If the pull of balls didn't get me, COVID wasn't going to get me.
And a little Chuck E. Cheese. I got stuck in that tunnel because I was too tall, and I went anyway.
There's a guy out near Poinsett Highway somewhere, I think, or maybe it's White Horse Road. He's still outside one of his it's like an antique shop. He's got one of those like McDonald's. Remember the one with like looked like the jail, but it had the hamburger. You
Yeah.
smile with it? Yeah, he's got one of those sitting out front.
Jesus.
Those playgrounds are extremely dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Extremely.
And what about the ones where that you climb, but it was like at an angle climb? Like you had, I did that pregnant because my daughter decided she wants to have a meltdown at the top. Yeah. Try to get out of that. We had to call the fire department.
to get you down?
Yes. at McDonald's, and my child will never be the same because I think it scared her more that I was having to be cut out like by the jaws of life out of McDonald's.
You had to have the fire department come get you down from a slide at McDonald's while you were pregnant.
Yeah, it was like
From chasing your daughter up. That's the greatest thing I've ever heard in my
You
life.
can't, like, I tell people you need to follow me around because
How'd they get you down? Did they have to bring
you have to understand. When I gave birth to my 11-year-old, I was 315 pounds.
Well, if they're
Now-
11 years old, I would say so.
Now shut up. She's now 11, but no, I was 315 pounds. So I am way past the height and weight limit of this whole structure. And I thought it was safer to climb up with an unborn child and her and risk all of us dying from crushing us like Shamu at SeaWorld. And no, yeah, they
Did they bring like a little lift in? Did they walk you down? Like how they I gotta know.
They had to put the ladder up and crawl up the ladder. They had to cut the netting and cut the whole side of the plastic tubing.
Were you stuck on the inside?
It was one of those that looked like the tree house, and it was a tree trunk, and they had to cut the whole top of the tree off. I hate you. I so hate you.
Oh.
It was like the airbag should have deployed way before I got up there, you know? Yeah, so
Man.
I've been cut out of a car and a McDonald's playground.
Did both of them happen in the
I mean, Weight Watchers should have called me for like a contract or something. But how could have helped me?
That is one of my favorite stories I've ever heard in my life.
I hate you. And I will have to now retell it every time I see you. Now you're going to grab people like, hey, come here. Hey, come here.
Tell them about the tree.
I'm clipping that
Tell them
too.
the tree.
I'm so clipping that for a real.
Oh no.
I hate you. I'm going to be on my
It's like Sean Connery in The Rock. I'm gonna get you up here in my head. It's all in my head. All right, well, I'm done. I got nothing else. Back of my head's hurting right here from laughing.
Wait, I have more to talk about.
Okay, all
Of
right.
course you do, Linda. Okay, so. Can we talk about your podcast? Yeah, just mention it.
Yeah, we can do a little mention of it.
Sorry, I forgot to ask permission. So, Tribble has this cool, is that the green room? What do you call that?
We call it the Dark Chapel.
The dark
It's the
chapel.
big.
And
it's
if
the
you've
green
ever
room.
walked in, that's super.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a bit of a satanic overtone in there.
Oh, just I have never took the kids in there because I don't think they can handle that. Yeah, I don't even want them looking in the window.
It's just the VIP room for the bands, you know, a place to hang out.
It's a really cool place, and it's very large. And so they are going to be starting back up their podcast.
Yes, me and Harper.
Yeah.
Me and Jimothy Harper.
Jimmy Hoffa. And Jimmy's going to be on here. We've got him, I think, in May. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the first Tuesday in May.
Nice.
I'm still crying. It's just tears are still running down my face.
You know, side quest real quick.
Oh, God.
You ever heard of the band Matt Sabbath?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The McDonald's?
now, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna put you within my
I
head.
hate you.
You
He
should
said-
be the fifth member. You're the
He
tree.
said,
You're like
I'm
the tree.
the Prince of fucking darkness.
You're the tree, but you're like the
Bubbles.
you're the little kid in the play. You know, they just make him the tree. So you're just over there with Matt Sabbath, like. All right. Anyway, so yes, our podcast it will be coming out. We'd love to have y'all over there too.
Oh, yonder.
Over yonder,
Oh my
over
God, I'm
Piedmont
crying.
Way. But we'll have more coming out soon.
Woo!
But we're gonna get a couple of episodes done before we launch it. But we'll put it all out for everybody. It'll be fun. We're just gonna talk to traveling musicians and
Just traveling musicians.
just traveling ones.
Just traveling.
You traveling
If
here.
you ain't traveling.
Y'all get now.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you know, just anybody and everybody.
If you ain't walking, we ain't talking. That's got to be your slogan.
Man,
I
the
come
tree,
up with
though,
good ones.
like the tree.
Yeah, stop it. Stop it. I'm buying you. Every time I come see you, I'm stopping to bring you a McDouble.
You're like,
I can't breathe.
You ever read The Giving Tree?
Fuck you.
You just took it all.
I took it off.
Killed
No,
that
I just took the tip.
Oh, just
I just
okay.
took the tip. I mean, I can go back and back with you. I'm coming back all day.
Man.
Don't you stop.
Anyways, what else were we talking about?
Oh, it's like on the Beverly Hillbillies.
You
You know, Jeff Rain always cries at weddings. Got your vapors.
Oh man.
Oh, we're talking about your podcast. So
Yeah.
when do you know about a roundabout time? You're gonna start cranking that out?
Well, we were supposed to meet up already, but you know how life goes. And like I said,
Well,
we
it's been tough,
we had quite a last month. So, but we just talked today. We're planning on getting it done soon. So
Cool deal.
it's
Cool
gonna
deal.
be.
And so we hope you can recharge this weekend on. And nobody call this full. Turn your phone off.
Nobody. You know what? Today when I woke up and I learned Facebook was off, I was so
Oh,
damn
I know.
happy.
Everybody
I
was
was like,
texting me
"Yay!"
like, check my Facebook. I was like, why do I care that it's down?
No,
Like,
I really
that's
felt
gonna be a
like a
little
great release because I
did.
wake up with
Nothing
like
was dinging.
I wake up with like I'll have like 15 texts, like 15 Facebook messages, and a bunch of emails. And no lie, I've had
Yeah.
like I
And
count them like
I
that.
manage 7 emails accounts.
And
so
this one I
it's-
couldn't even log in. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna pretend my whole phone's dead.
Yeah.
My whole
So
phone's dead.
today at 12 o'clock, I actually turned it to the do not disturb for a whole hour. I was like, no.
And logging back in was the biggest pain in the ass. So
Nope, wasn't
that
for
was-
me. I got on my computer.
I'm
And
one
that
of
was
those
the trick.
people. It may come as a complete surprise by looking at me, but I don't remember my passwords very well.
Well,
I'm not
I'm
a
that
super-
person that makes
I'm not
them
a
all the
super
same.
organized person. If you can't tell.
I'm OCD.
Oh no, not
Oh,
me.
I am.
I've got probably
Brandon
9
hates
boxes
it.
in the back of my
Brandon
truck
thought-
right now with
No.
different things, and it's like,
You want me to organize
this
it?
box, this box is for this. This box is this. Oop, it's got peanuts in it.
If we go to somebody's house, and we just went and hung out with some random friends. I folded their laundry sitting there talking to them before, just nonchalantly, because I'm just that way. I'm weird. Like, yeah, I organize. Brandon just thought it. He was like, "Oh, she's pretty," or "Oh, it'd be a great idea." Now 6 years in, he's like, "Oh, it's stupid." You know, like, God, I'm labeled. Oh, red flag walking. You are just kidding. Teasing. So we got that coming up. So y'all be looking out for it.
Yes,
Go-
Dark Chapel Confessionals.
Yep. Say that one more time.
Dark
Chapel
Chapel
Confessionals. Sorry, I was talking on the
We're gonna
dog.
play
part.
some games on there too, like where you gotta.
Stop it. The ones I've
There's gonna
played.
be a confession. You gotta confess up to us. And
I'm
then
not
and
coming.
we gotta. Instead of Hail Marys, we gotta give you like a task that you have to complete. Not everybody will do that, but it's gonna be fun. We're gonna give you confess up. We'll tell you how bad you were, and then you gotta take the punishment we got behind the box for you.
I've been put to sleep before, and under anesthesia, I don't talk. So therefore, we're not confessing that. I was the turn loose talk. I can't be on your, I'll have to satellite in.
I've been put to sleep twice.
Oh, I can't talk about you.
Twice, yeah. 2 back surgeries.
Oh, bless you.
I remember coming to from the one back surgery, the neck one up here. Yeah, the neck. That's where my neck is up here.
Help us.
But anyway, I remember coming to, and I remember standing there with all my friends in the recovery room, and we all did a shot of Jaeger, and then I came to a little more, and then I was like, well, maybe that's just the fentanyl. Because that's what they gave me. That's what they gave me. That's what they gave me before we went. Like I was about to wheel down, and they put something in my IV, and I'm sitting there. I was like,
Oh, yeah, it was
about 30 seconds down the hallway, I literally stopped and I said, "What the fuck was that?" And she goes, "Fentanyl." And I was like, "You weren't going to tell me?
Oh, no.
Like, give me a warning?"
No
Yeah,
warning.
coming to from that, I distinctly remember sitting there. We all did a
No
shot,
warning.
and then I'm like, "Wait a minute." I'm in the recovery room by myself, and my friends aren't in here, and I did not drink Jaeger. That was bizarre.
Yeah, Brandon got, as I was wheeled into
Not as
recovery.
crazy as getting in a tree.
No, wait, here's the best one. Or this one is not bad. It's bad. But I got wheeled in to have my cancer surgery almost, it was 2.5 years ago. June will be 3 years ago that's been recovered. And I'm getting wheeled in, and they go walk out to him at the waiting room. They're like, "You need to get her out now." I've done hit 2 nurses. I have no idea what I'm doing.
This is before they even got you in the hospital.
No, this is what I'm coming to. No.
This is just on your way in for surgery.
So,
Just hitting nurses.
so they said I became lethargic, as they like to. That's what they wrote down on the paper. But them diagnosis codes that they used were just rude, just outright rude. They could have left all
They
that.
said you become what? Lethargic.
Lethargic.
Your Honor, her feet are not swelling.
Yeah, yeah.
What does that mean?
Shut up. No, it's because the
They're
nurse.
using big words to confuse us.
I thought the nurse was coming to take my arm off instead of checking my wrist bracelet, and so I cold called. I
Yeah.
apologize.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice of you.
In a later.
But yeah,
You're stupid. So anyway, tell us the address of Tribbles.
just pop quiz.
Yep.
2910 Highway 86, Piedmont, South Carolina, 29673.
What's your hours?
Man, for a second I thought I just gave my home address out. 4 o'clock in the afternoon we open. Now we stay open, or on Monday through Wednesday it's around midnight we close. On the weekends we now cut alcohol sales at 1 o'clock to help with the venue crisis. So we stay open till 2. You're allowed to sit there, sober up, get a ride, wait for your Uber, all that stuff. But we do cut the sales at 1, all sales at 1, because unless you're drinking soda or something.
Yeah.
But I've seen a difference in behavior of people getting rides and like sitting there and being like, oh man, I need to get me an Uber. Or now they have time to get themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of the cutoff time, last call.
Yeah, because
you have
right at 2,
15
everybody's
minutes.
like, dude, get out.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, and if you sit in your car, they're like, oh, well, you got to do right now. So,
Yeah, exactly.
so yeah, allowing that has actually allowed people that got an hour to get their Uber, call a friend, or
You also have
just sit
food
there
there.
with them. Yeah.
How long is your kitchen open?
We serve appetizers up till the end.
Up till the end.
Yeah.
And
So
that's
technically-
another thing too.
Yes, gotta have food. I'm actually, you know what I'm about to start doing is take and makes, like where I make a bunch of
cool
casseroles
deal.
and then we freeze them in the freezer and you stop by during the week and grab them. Because I don't know if you ever
Homie, please,
eaten
yeah.
our food, but my food.
Yes,
is good.
your food
I'm
is
cooked.
banging.
I'm a cook.
Every
I'm
time
gonna
you
say
give
right
it,
now.
you always come back as I'm in the middle of eating it. My answer is always the same.
It's delicious.
It is
I
always.
season my food.
And it's the off the wallest. It's not bar food. It is not bar food.
I mean, it kind of it's bar food, but it's like really,
It's
really
bougie
good.
bar
It's
food.
really good food. Well, that's good. We season everything too. Like,
So,
yeah,
White people
we do not season like white people.
Yeah.
We season heavily, and our burgers is not hand patted, or it's hand patted, not patty, frozen patties. You know, so nothing wrong with a good cheap, drive-in burger, but
Yeah.
those hand patted,
but no
made with
joke.
love.
If you call them smash burgers, don't you?
Yes, we have
You know.
smash burgers.
If you just go and taste anything, literally everything's good. Everything is good.
It is. And shrimp tacos are really popular too.
Go and support. Look them up on Facebook. Check out all their events coming up. There's a lot of local bands that you may like around here, or you may have wanted to check out.
We got some touring bands coming.
Yep,
through, too,
that's going to be
local.
coming in. Go and support. Go look up the venue crisis for the insurance crisis and see what you can do. Type in your zip code. Send that email. Schedule it out over and over and over. Just constantly bark like that little chihuahua next door at 2 a.m. And support everybody. Tribble's shut up. I just awful. Shut up.
Was it like this?
I don't even know.
Was it like this?
I was like, I was.
You know what we're gonna talk about the entire time we're
I
on my
was-
podcast? We're gonna have the fire. I'm gonna track down the firefighters from the everything. All right. Anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry. Oh man.
I just can't breathe.
All
I
right.
hate you right now.
Think
But
it's
anyway,
better
I was
now.
kind of flat on my back on the side a little bit, with my head up against one of the pieces. But anyway, I look like a dead squirrel.
All right.
So go check him out. He's got merchandise. He has t-shirts.
Merchandise heavily.
Yes.
All kinds of stuff.
And if you like off the wall
Oh.
stuff and you
Oh, no,
can't
this
find
ain't
your
my shirt.
crowd,
This ain't my shirt. It says how to catch a pedophile or a predator. It's cheap and big. But that's not my shirt.
anyway, if you can't find your crowd because you stand out in a crowd, Tribbles is probably your place to be.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to actually stand out in there. Everybody's so eccentric.
That's what I said. No, if you look normal, you're out.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Well,
Also, thank you very much for the Village Food Truck Park in Fletcher, North Carolina, that sponsors the show each week and brings us some food. I'm telling you, it's good, y'all. Also, Bowling Springs Tobacco and Vape as well. And we've got a few more. Don't forget, March 19th, we have a jingle challenge, jingle theme song challenge for Toke Talk. And so we've gotten it sponsored. And I'm not judging it. We're going to judge, get people to judge. We might even ask you. We might send them to you.
Okay.
And we won't tell you who these people are. We're just going to send you the clips. And the prize is going to be $100. So we've had a sponsor that's going to be doing that. So if yours is chosen, get $100. It's not too bad. Not too bad for.
Oh, by jingle, are you talking about like
Like an opener.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. Yeah. At least it wasn't the slide tube.
You're probably the reason they brought all those down. Like you're the entire reason we don't have playgrounds anymore.
You're welcome for the nasty ass ball pits.
Oh man, well thanks for having me out here. It was good.
Thank you for so
Chicken
much
was
for
good.
coming.
I'm about tearing this chicken, and I enjoyed it. This is a nice little shop.
Yeah.
Thank you
Cool
everybody
deal.
for
You'll
being
have
out
to
here.
check it out.
Good luck on your probation.
Oh. Y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I think we have toked up and talked out enough today because I done got way too personal. Way too personal, y'all. Way too personal.
Goodbye, everybody.
Good night. Be nice. Remember, takes less muscles to smile than it does to frown. Love y'all. Have a great day.
Man, that's you're like I feel